Spreading the gospel as disciples is really at the heart of the church's mission. That is the church's mission. And so what we are doing is looking at our parishes, and we are asking first and foremost the question about mission. What do we need to do to marshal all of our resources, our precious priests, our ecclesial lay ministers, our volunteers, our buildings, our finances? We see things have changed that affect how we do our mission. For example, neighborhoods have changed. Some are growing exponentially. Others have far less population than once they did. We recognize that we have a reduced number of priests. Now, we are working very hard for vocations and praying even harder. But the biggest reason for us to embark upon parish planning is this. When I was a little kid, 1958, 75% of Catholics went to Mass on Sunday. 25 maybe stayed away. Now, it's the flip opposite. And so the mission demands of us that we who are actively committed to the church, that we open our hearts to Christ as never before, that we truly become missionary disciples, and that we concentrate on the 75, and also to make sure that when people come back to a parish, they are not only welcomed, but deeply integrated into the life of a parish. This is part of what Pope Francis calls a missionary conversion. Well, our parishes need to undergo a missionary conversion, moving away from simply maintaining themselves, running programs for those who are interested, to becoming a hub of missionary activity. And so you look at the Archdiocese, we have 142 parishes. Some parishes will remain standalone. Some are already grouped in very appropriate ways. We will strengthen those groupings. And some are standalone, but they're really struggling to do their mission. We're going to try to group them, whether it's a standalone parish or a combination of parishes. The name we will give is pastorates, not clusters. Clusters would seem to indicate an administrative unit. Pastorates recognize the role of the pastor in setting the culture, in moving from maintenance to mission, and in inspiring a parish that's going to be a hub of missionary activity. And we proposed a model, and we've begun a process of consultation. The model was proposed not by the Archdiocese alone, but by a group of pastors and a few very fine consultants. We call it the design team. We shopped it out to the Council of Priests, the Presbyteral Council, and other priest consultative groups. And they had great ideas. At the end of the day, there will be choices to be made, and I will have to approve a final design. We will not implement it overnight. We will try to implement this organically because there's a lot of moving parts. And we can see that the implementation would be over a period of years. What we want this to be is evangelization, spreading the gospel, and becoming a true missionary church. That does not happen simply by our own efforts. What will fuel this effort now, and as far as the eye can see, is prayer. It's also coming to Mass, making that your intention. it is also examining our consciences and asking, what have I done to keep people away? Frequenting the sacrament of penance. Holiness and mission go together. They are, in fact, two sides of one coin. Pray for me, and I ask everybody to pray for this wonderful mission that Christ has given to us.